book of 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest are plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Hahushai, Wahara Kakwadash, double honors of the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel, that scattered abroad amongst the heathen. Some look like the heathen. Beginning at the 144,000, preaching to the prophet. Shalom. As you see right here, Britain must be ready to sacrifice our sons and daughters. Chief of Defense Staff chillingly warns. This was 2 days ago. All right? So you see we're in a time of war, and they're letting you know it's going to be a draft. And the same thing coming to America. All right? We'll get it. And you see right here, but let's get this first. Police and protesters clash. Right? Hey, I became aware of this about, what's my man? I forget his name right here. Jeff Teller.
From the makers of Better Than Bouillon comes Better Than Gravy. Simply or something like that.
I subscribe to him. His YouTube handle is Jeff Teller. Riot police versus farmers as Brussels explodes. Right? So I looked it up. You know? Let's play this real quick. It says police detain bloody protesters as farmers rally in Brussels against European Union farm policy. Police detain a protester with a bloody face during a farmers rally in Brussels against European Union agriculture policy as tensions escalated in the Belgian capital. Farmers from across Europe gathered to protest what they say are unfair regulations, rising costs, and trade policies that threaten their livelihoods. Hey, the same thing going on over here in America. Hey, they're receiving beef from Argentina, and that what Trump said he gave out $12 million to the farmers or something. I believe it's 12 million, 12 billion. I think it's 12 million, but that's nothing. By the time the farmers get that money, they got to pay off debt. They ain't gonna have nothing. You see? So what do you think coming here, man? So what we seeing going on by Easter is gonna happen here in America. It says rising costs and trade policies that threaten the livelihoods. Demonstrators across European Union leaders accuse European leaders of ignoring repeated warnings from the agriculture sector by pushing rules they say make farming unsustainable. You see? That's enough of that. And you got this video right here. See that? So they're the farmers out there getting busy. As a matter of fact, I think it's this video I just left off. I went to the comment section, and it says right here at the top of the comments, any American seeing this, here is how farmers can act instead of laying their necks out on the block for the corporate butchers. Well, it's going to happen. All right? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You see the uproars of the people. You see? Hey, it's coming to America, and it's going to really get bloody. And you got right here, Second Ezra 16, and where is it? And 13. Let's start at 12. Egypt shall mourn, talking about America, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God your house shall bring upon it. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, that's your farmers, for their seed shall fail through the blasting of hell and with their fearful consolation. Right, and with these things already happening and been happening most definitely since 2020, and the government is not aiding them. Oh, well, they got 12 million, 12 billion. I think it's 12 million. I don't think it's 12 billion. But the 12 million they got, again, it's not going to aid them. It's just for them to pay off debt. And what little bit money they get, it's not going to cover their debt. All right? Well, anyway, so you see why the farmers don't have any aid, which is going to lead to famine. Hey, them not being able to make money to do what they've been doing for years, producing food for America, for other countries, and also them making a profit off of. Well, soon, hey, it's not going to be so. Remember, Trump is getting beef from Argentina, so that's affecting the ranchers. The farmers plant crops, fruits, vegetables, things of that nature. Ranchers deal with the animals, the beef, animals, cattle, chicken, things of that nature, right? Well, you keep reading, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth not, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard the kings or princes, and the course of their actions stand their power. All right? And we've been seeing glimpses of that here in America. But hey, we're in a time where, hey, the farmers going to get into it, the ranchers, the citizens of America. You're not going to just have little 5150 protesting. Now, it's really going to be crazy. You're not going to just have protests off certain things. Hey, these things are going to build up, man. All these people are really going to break out, man, and get crazy, man, and start killing folks. So to hell with everybody. So we're most definitely in a time of protest. All right, due to hardships. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread for great tribulation. See, all these things are going to happen because of what? Lack of bread, famine, resources, and for great tribulation, hardships, can't pay bills, can't support themselves nor their family, working for nothing, you see? So these things are here in the earth, and these things are most definitely playing out. And this will get worse and worse, all right? Just wait till people really can't do anything for themselves, all right? So you see what we see going on back east over there in Britain. Hey, everything that's happening back east first, then this will come over here to the west, all right? So what the elites are doing is causing these things to happen back east first, to see the reaction and the response. And this is what they want over here in America, which is going to be worse. But see, America, everybody's strapped. Like seatbelts and vehicles, man. So they know they ain't going to just be able to roll up on Americans like that, because these Americans got guns. That's why they already got these troops stationed everywhere. That's why they're deploying these troops everywhere. The 23,500 that they're going to let loose in January, which they got a lot of these troops already stationed in certain areas. All right? Because they're going to cause these things to happen. They're already causing these things to happen, and it's going to increase and get worse. All right? So you got right here. So again, we're not in a time of ease, peace, comfort, none of that, man. We're in a time of chaos, distress. All right? Hardships, afflictions, right? Perilous times. Again, 2 days ago, the U.S. Sun, it says, Britain must be ready to sacrifice our sons and daughters. Chief of Defense Staff chillingly warns. Britain must be ready to sacrifice his sons and daughters to defend itself from Russia. The Chief of Defense Staff has one that's going into a draft, and it's gonna come here to America. All right, think America not gonna get involved? Come on. It says in a chilling prediction of what it might take to deter a full-scale conflict, Air Chief Marshal Sir Richard Knighton said more families will know what sacrifice for our nation means. You see that? So more families will know what sacrifice for our nation means. All right. It says he said the chances of Russian tyrant Vladimir Putin launching a direct attack on Britain were slim, but steadily growing. And he echoed the French General Fabien Mandon, who sparked fury across the channel last month by saying that France lacked the will to lose its children. General Mandon, France's top officer, accused his countrymen of lacking strength of spirit to accept suffering in order to protect who we are. Addressing French mayors, General Mandon said, if our country falters because it is not prepared to accept, let's be honest, to lose its children, to suffer economically because defense production will take precedence, then we are at risk. Last night, ACM Knighton said Fabian Mandon was right. More people being ready to fight for their country. Delivering his annual lecture to the RUSI think tank in London, he said sons and daughters, colleagues, veterans will all have a role to play, to build, to serve, and if necessary, to fight. You see that? I mean, well, that's, he said Britain faced the same threat as Germany, but noted Berlin has brought in national service and was outspending Britain on defense. Labour have pledged to spend 2.5% of GDP on defense by 2027. In a thinly veiled swipe at the Treasury, he said Germany expects to spend 3.5% of GDP on defense by 2029. Poland is already at 4.2%. Well, you see what's going on back east, and you don't think it's coming here to America? Let me see, what just happened? You don't think this coming here to America? Remember, Jeremiah is a 50 or 51. Your sons are foreborn to fight. The word foreborn goes to lack the will to not have the will. Foreborn. Jeremiah 50, 51, and 28. Prepare against her. The her is Babylon. The nations with the kings of the Medes. Let's start at 25. Behold, I am against thee, America. It says, you know what? You gotta get all this. I just started 24. You can start up, but I started 24. I will render unto Babylon, America, and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all the evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, said the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, and which goes to mountains represents kingdoms, rulerships, nations. All right, O destroying mountain, and that's talking about America, said the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, which destroys all the earth. Is not America doing that? Is not America destroying all the earth? Is not America there are U.S. embassies and troops and military personnel everywhere? Them claiming lands and trying to be in everybody's business? And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain, meaning being destroyed, Isaiah 34. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations. In other words, there is no building this place back up. This place will be utterly destroyed, talking about America. But thou shalt be desolate forever, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, you see? And this forever is meaning forever. All right? Set up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, against America, Babylon. Call together against her the kingdoms of Avarat, Mini, and Ashkenaz. and the heathen nations, that's allies with Russia. It says appoint a captain against her. It says cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars, and these horses are the missiles. Going to Revelation 9, Joel 2. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, right? Russia, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion, and the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh Shema shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. So where you going? So where you going when the missiles get shot? All right. So where you going? It says it will be desolate without an inhabitant. All right. It says the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. You see, these soldiers in America don't want to fight no more. You see? Hey, we've been bringing out articles for what, past few years. How they don't want to fight. All they want to do is make TikToks. They're crying because they're about to go to war. Crying when they hear about war. You know, head self say, hey, we getting all them freakazoids out the military. Hey, they can't even run. They can't pass the test. He said now they can have requirements. And this can be the same for male and female. So in other words, they bring about old standards, about cussing and fussing and talking loud in the face. You know, putting them under, having them under stress. Man, these people ain't built for that, man. They look, man, the hell what they got. Hey, these women talking some, so they're talking about war and drought. These women talking some, they want to be a traditional wife. They want to put on the apron and put a pizza in the oven. Get out of here, man. Stop playing with me, man. All right, y'all out here tripping. You know? Got the knee pads on. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get that one out there. But yeah, man, get out of here, man. These people through. They soft. Man, these niggas soft, man. Crying. Don't be fussing with me. You know, all that crazy. Anyway, these niggas ain't trying to do nothing. But you're going to do something, though. We're just going to show you how weak the military is, or are, and how they're going to have to draft. The mighty men of Babylon, this is the military, have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might has failed. They became as women, you see, weak, feeble, less than, terrified, afraid. See, women aren't built to fight, man. Women are the weaker vessel. All right? They're not built for war. Men go to war. So when Yahweh Shema Shai are comparing the mighty men, which are soldiers of America, to women, he said, yo, they ain't built for war. And they ain't trying to fight. They became as women. They have burnt their dwelling places. The bars are broken. And that's going to be the end result of America. You see? So, hey, with these soldiers not wanting to fight, and also the numbers are very low. The morale is low, man. We've brought up so many videos or articles concerning that. Hey, the morale is low. The numbers are low. Remember, they can't meet the quota. Hey, due to physicality, and people just not applying. You know. So what do you think changed? You think people now all of a sudden, with war going on back east and America's involved and getting deeply involved, you think these people just signing up to go to the military? And you got people in the military saying they cooked and they want to get out. Making TikTok videos. Stop playing, man. Hey, you think it's not going to be a great sacrifice over here in America where the men and women are going to have to sacrifice their kids, meaning a draft? Hey, let's get 2 Esdras 16 and 35. The virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms, the women shall mourn having no husbands, their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. My fault. And their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the wars, their bridegrooms, husbands shall be destroyed. In the wars shall their bridegrooms, husbands be destroyed, and the husband shall perish of famine. You see? So you see a war is coming. Right? You think it's not gonna be a draft when the morale is low? Come on, man. I think it's another one to Isaiah. Isaiah, is it 13? Isaiah, I'm sorry, 3. I think it's 3. Isaiah 3. Yeah, Isaiah 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. And her gate shall lament a more, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. You see? Going into the southern kingdom being humble and broken down at that time. Okay? By the Syrians, the Babylonians. You know? And also it's likened into America. Alright? Well, you see, it's going to be a draft. It's going to be a draft. Well, these parents are going to have to sacrifice their kids. Hell, they might change the age. I think right now it's what, 21 up to what, 36 or something. I don't know what they are. Something like that, 25. I don't know. But hell, they might drop it back to 16 up to damn 50. Ain't no telling. And throw the veterans back in there. Ain't no telling what they're going to do. But men and women going to get drafted though. All right? So you see, hey, look towards the east, man, to know and understand what's coming to the west. And it's going to happen. All right? But yeah, I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay prayed up in the names of Yahweh Shema Shah. Let me see what else we got. Before we close this thing, I think that's it. Stay prayed up in the names of Yahweh Shema Shah. Shalom.